Hello everyone, I am Paramanand Dasar, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Haryana. Today I am going to discuss with you an important topic in financial markets and institutions, that is structure or classification of banking institutions. So let us start with meaning of banking institutions. The banking industry handles finances in a country including cash and credit. Banks are the institutional bodies that accept deposits and grant credit to the entities and play a very major role in maintaining the economic stature of a company. Given their importance in the economy, banks are kept under strict regulation in most of the countries. In India, the Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI, is the apex banking institution which regulates the monetary policy in the country. If we see the classification of banks, banks are classified into four categories majorly. One is commercial banks, another is small finance banks, third is payment banks, and cooperative banks. So let us start with commercial banks. In commercial banks, public sector banks, foreign banks, private sector banks, and RRBs, regional rural banks will come. Let us start with first one, commercial banks. Commercial banks are regulated under the Banking Regulation Act 1949 and their business model is designed to make a profit. Their primary function is to accept deposits and grant loans to the general public, corporate, and government. Commercial banks can be divided into public sector banks. So, first important type of commercial bank is public sector banks. These are the nationalized banks and account for more than 75% of the total banking business in the country. Majority of stakes in these banks are held by the government. In terms of volume, SBI is the largest public sector bank in India and after its merger with its five associate banks as on 1st April 2017, it has got a position among the top 50 banks of the world. These are some 20 national banks in the country, namely State Bank of India, Bank of India, Allahabad Bank, Bank of Maharashtra, Canara Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Punjab or Sindh Bank, Punjab National Bank, Syndicate Bank, Corporation Bank, Andhra Bank, UCO Bank, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank of India, United Bank of India, Vijaya Bank, Dena Bank, Indian Bank. These are the total 20 nationalized banks in the country. Then if we see the another type of commercial banks is private sector banks. These include banks in which major stake or equity is held by the private shareholders. All the banking rules and regulations laid down by the RBI will be applicable on private sector banks as well. Given below is the list of private sector banks in India: HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Yes Bank, IndusLand Bank, Kotak Mahindra, IDFC, Bandhan, DCB, City Union, Tamil Nadu Mercantile, Nainital, Jammu and Kashmir, Federal, Catholic, Karnataka, Dhanalakshmi, South Indian, RBL, Karur Vaishya, IDBI, Lakshmi Vilas. So these all are private banks. Then another type of commercial banks is foreign banks. Foreign bank is one that has its headquarters in a foreign country but operates in India as a private entity. These banks are under the obligation to follow the regulations of its home country as well as the country in which they are operating. This is very unique feature of foreign bank. It has to follow the rules and regulations of its home country as well as where it's operating. That country rules and regulations also it has to follow. So this is the following list which is about foreign banks. For example, National Australia Bank, Westpac Banking Corporation, Australia and New Zealand Banking Group, Bank of Bahrain, Kuwait, AB Bank, Sonali Bank, BNP Paribas, Industrial Commercial Bank of China, Bank of Nova Scotia, Credit, Agricole Corporate and Investment Bank, HSB Bank, Associate Banks, PT Bank, Miju Bank, Cooperative, Ribong, JCBTB, Qatar National, Doha. So these all are major foreign banks. Then another very important types of banks is regional rural banks. These are also scheduled commercial banks, but they are established with the main objective of providing credit to the weaker section of the society like agricultural laborers, marginal farmers, and small enterprises. They usually operate at regional levels in different states of India and may have branches in selected urban areas as well. Other important functions carried out by RRBs include providing banking and financial services to rural and semi urban areas, government operations like disbursement of wages of NAREGA workers, distribution of pensioners, etc., para banking facilities like debit card, credit card, and locker facility. Then, if we move the second types of banks are small finance banks. This is, we can say that niche banking segment in the country and is aimed to provide financial inclusion to sections of the society that are not served by the banks. The particular section which is not served by the bank, that particular segment will be concentrated by small finance banks. The main customers of small finance banks include micro industries, small and marginal farmers, unorganized sector entities, and small business units. These are licensed under Section 22 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 and are governed by provisions of RBI Act 1934 and Foreign Exchange Management Act. This is the list of small finance banks. For example, AU Small Finance Bank Limited, Capital Small Finance Bank Limited, Finance Small Finance Bank Limited, Equitas Small Finance Bank Limited, ESAF Small Finance Bank Limited, Suryodaya Small Finance Bank Limited, Utkarsha Small Finance Bank of Limited, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank of Limited, Northeast Small Finance Bank Limited, Jana Small Finance Bank Limited. So these all are small finance banks. Then we will move to payment banks, another very important types of banks. Payment bank, this is a relatively new model of bank in the Indian banking industry. It was conceptualized by the RBI and is allowed to accept a restricted deposit. The amount is currently limited to rupees 1 lakh per customer. They also offer services like ATM cards, debit cards, net banking, and mobile banking. So this is about payment banks. Then we will move to very important category of banks, that is cooperative banks. Cooperative banks are registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912 and they run by an elected managing committee. These work on no profit, no loss basis and mainly serve entrepreneurs, small businesses, industries, and self employment in urban areas, in rural areas. They mainly finance agriculture based activities like farming, livestock, and hatcheries. So, this is about cooperative banks. Cooperative banks are located in Hobli level, in Taluka level, and in district level. So, that is the category of cooperative banks. Then, these are my references: Dr. G.B. Balegar, Indian Financial Systems; Ashok Prakashan Hubli; Bharti B. Patak, The Indian Financial Systems, Markets, Institutions and Services; Pearson Education, New Delhi; M.O.I. Khan, Indian Financial Systems, TMH, New Delhi; Bole and Jitendra Mahakud, Financial Institutions and Markets, TMH, New Delhi; T. Siddhaya, Financial Services, PHI, New Delhi. This is about my references and this is all about banking institutions classification. Thank you for watching. Thank you everyone.